And of course, Amy Chesmer, for this opportunity to address everyone here tonight from the donor perspective. To say the least, I'm truly touched and honored to be given this opportunity. Because here I am, a graduate from one of the now infamous Catholic 7 schools, speaking to you as a donor to UConn. To make sense of all this, I need to give you a brief history so you can understand why we have opted to be donors. It all begins with my brother Jim. Jim graduated from this School of Agriculture in 1975. He started out as a seasonal employee with the DEP, running a deer check station during hunt season. This led to a full-time position where he eventually became a certified wildlife biologist. After 14 years, he decided he wanted to go into law enforcement, so he became a state conservation officer, something that enabled him to combine his love and concern for the environment while ensuring the safety of the citizens of this state. This he did so for 7 years until November 1998, when he became the first and only conservation officer in the history of the state of Connecticut to be shot and killed in the line of duty. As with any tragedy, one needs to find something good to help survive that tragedy. And the good that arose were the fellow officers, family, and friends who came together to create this memorial scholarship fund. One of our first acts was to partner with UConn to create this endowed fund. In addition, we award annually a scholarship at Parish Hill High School in Hampton, where Jim resided at the time of his death, as well as one at Conard High School in West Hartford, where he graduated. Well, what does this mean to us? Why are we donors? Well, understand we take great pride in giving these awards because it enables us to keep Jim's memory alive. But it's not only just a memory. It's also a desire to honor what he represented. For those of us who knew Jim, we deeply miss him and the person that he was. And that was an extremely dedicated and humble individual who never sought recognition nor honors. Two examples, if I may. About 3 months prior to his death, I received a phone call from a cousin who had seen Jim on the news the night before and wanted to know more details of the story, a story that I knew nothing about. And I spoke to Jim all the time. Well, come to find out, Jim had been involved in a search for a lost teenager in one of the state parks. And when nightfall came, the search was suspended until morning. However, Jim stayed and continued. And due to his perseverance, he found the teen, returned him safely to the family. Now, because of his actions, Jim was receiving an award from the department. He wasn't happy about it, and he just didn't, he knew there was going to be media coverage, he didn't want to go. Basically, he was ordered by a sergeant to appear, which he did. Didn't tell the family, because to Jim it wasn't about the honor, it was about doing your job well. The second example occurred a little less than 1 hour prior to his death. He was on patrol to check the state wildlife area in the town of Scotland when he came across two hunters, father and son, who came out of the woods a little later than they should have. Jim had a very informative discussion with them, not intimidating, more stressing the importance and safety of the laws. Now, how do I know about this? About 5 days after Jim's death, that father wrote a very touching letter that appeared in the Norwich Bulletin, explaining his encounter with Officer Spignesi and how impressed he was with Jim's professionalism and how he had turned that encounter into a teaching experience. He went on to say that Jim's loss was truly a sad loss for the residents of Connecticut. So this is why our group does what it does. We're an active committee that requires annual fundraising events through the efforts of many people. We do this not just to honor and memory, as I said, but also to honor the example he set of dedication to one's profession while at the same time maintaining a humble attitude, something we should all try to embrace. Finally, on a more personal level as a donor, well, I remember a conversation I had with Professor Volin, and believe that, we had a conversation. It may have been last year, the year before. We were talking about, what a great night this night is. It's a really neat night. The school provides us with a great opportunity. You have all the donors here. You have all the scholarship recipients here. We get to have dinner. This year we had dinner with Nicole Ritter, who won our scholarship. It's a great event, and we truly enjoy it, and we look forward to it every year. But as I also said to Dr. Bowen, for the family and me, it's bittersweet. Jim's death has left an ugly wound that will never truly heal. But a night like this, to explain it in a context that all you ag and wildlife people can understand, A night like this is like applying a little aloe lotion to the wound. And every year, at the end of the night, that wound feels a little bit better. So to all scholarship recipients and their parents, our heartfelt congratulations on a job well done. Continued success in the years ahead. And remember, stay dedicated and be humble. Thank you very much.